What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Try to like and sub, and let's get into this. It is almost impressive the amount of buffoonery and mishandling, mismanaging, all of the misses that we have seen with Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I was pulling up some of these articles. There was a lot. I was scrolling for quite some time. I forgot how many little fumbles and shenanigans they've had. Some of the ones I didn't pick were, of course, the hey, you want Yasuke's sword? Sorry, it was actually Zoro's sword from One Piece. Or you want these beautiful Japanese dolls? Oh, they're Chinese dolls that you were available to buy on Amazon. Or hey, show up to the Japanese Expo. Oh, that's right, no one showed up to the Ubisoft booth at the Japanese Expo. And then going to, of course, this fun one of banning everyone. You see this a lot. It's normally the first symptom of the disease of a shitty game. We saw it with Dragon Age and Star Wars Outlaws as well, where people start getting banned from the subreddit, so you can't talk about all the mishandling. And then, of course, we had literal government officials actually discrediting Thomas Lockley, who, of course, asserted that he also got discredited by his own Nihon University for saying he's a samurai with a capital S, even though it was like 1 out of 15 journals and it was a mistranslation or a very disingenuous translation of it. The best one, of course, was Elon Musk commenting and saying that DEI kills art, and that made the art director have a meltdown. They're not doing much better these days either. Of course, information here on October 1st talking about how think that this was a rumor at the time that they're going to change some of the Yasuke storyline, how it's perceived, and this, of course, we found out ended up being true, and upwards of a 20 million euro cost for it. We, of course, got the original plans confirming all of our thoughts that it was changed. It was originally going to be a Japanese monk, and it got changed because of Black Lives Matter and St. Jesus George Floyd Lionheart. To be a samurai who was black, even though that's not proven by any sort of historical fact. Of course, we had the Torygate controversy. Oh my God, we haven't even gotten to the Game Pass yet. Just it goes on and on. And yes, now we see it's costing $20 million for the delay to February at minimum, where they're going to remove all the pandering on the nose rap music. Every time, just because he's black, I guess you had to play rap music, and so that, and a lot of the modern day dialogue being taken out of. Full acknowledgement that the game is filled with DEI and that DEI kills art and that it's horrible, doesn't sell, and yet they're going to double down on it because, as we've seen him say, it's going to lay the foundation for a narrative evolution of Assassin's Creed, and it's going to continue. Sorry, it's not this one. That is going to, you can change the world by changing people, which is exactly what the putting it everywhere, putting the message everywhere was so that you would change people's behaviors, not in any sort of natural sense, but in a forced sense. And we've seen how that has worked out.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
With, of course, the last one being that the 20 million they're spent on is that the half of the damn dev team working on Assassin's Creed Shadows, forget never having worked on an Assassin's Creed title before. They've never even worked on a game before, and that some of them outright have said that they think it's the worst thing they've ever seen. That is the game that, if this is true, we find out will be instituting more ways to take your money for you. This is apparently a leak that came out of here, let's see, it's this one right here. A leak that came out of Gaming Leaks and Rumors. So grain of salt, but it sounds like exactly something they would do. Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they've already had daily quests for certain coins, so this isn't exactly new, but putting it in an actual battle pass is except for they used to have like a digital currency that you could earn to, instead of buying the DLC, you would be able to buy random bits of DLC using that coin. They had that for Valhalla. This seems to be a full-blown battle pass with, of course, the cosmetics and everything else, with the Isu coins that you'll be earning. It's this part that also makes this concerning, is collaborations with brands like Visa, Bathing Ape, and more. Yeah, so dailies, Game Pass, content that probably should have been, for one, that should have been in the game to begin with, and second, is going to be outside, further breaking immersion. They've been doing this for the last couple games, obviously the flaming horses and golden and this and that, and things that just even using the ISU technology as an excuse. And yes, this just seems like a cheap way to do what Fortnite and Call of Duty have been doing, and adding yet another way to force people to come into your game daily instead of just playing it and leaving. And so I get it. You want people to keep playing your game. You want the numbers to stay up. But this weird games as a service for story games is just ridiculous. And yeah, I'm not jumping into Assassin's Creed games in feudal Japan to do dailies, to earn fake coins, to earn wings on my samurai armor. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it. There's too much stuff to play. Probably not even going to be playing the game. So what am I talking about? But maybe you will. You happy that a Game Pass is coming to Assassin's Creed Shadows? The long history of just great decisions with this game, I'm sure this will be perfectly fine.
That's a lot of damage. How about a little more?
Anyway, you let me know what you think about all this. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.